These wear and tear and stuff on our buses.
Yeah, they pay for the fuel, and I think they do pay like mileage.
They do pay mileage?
I think they pay mileage too, don't they?
I'm gonna check, I can't remember. I thought it's from,
What was that?
7.5, ask about why is Manchester using our bus.
I mean, they do it.
Because it's our people. Gwen and Broncos and
It's 6 days.
Whitko's.
6 times.
And I think that church is,
Do they pay anything at all? I mean,
I'll
because
go
that's
ask
some
them.
wear and tear on our buses, and they.
Yeah,
It
they
seems like
pay,
every year there's more and more.
We pay for fuel, supply liability insurance, drivers will be.
no.
I mean, these are our drivers, but these people don't even pay taxes here.
I don't know what's got.
No, I understand.
So
Do we get these back to you or?
it used to only be once. Then it was twice. Now it's 6 times. Okay. I understand. I feel like it's a little.
End of the year. Yeah. If you want to give me one, I'll give it today.
This is going to be turned in as soon as possible, because if it isn't, then it probably won't make its way back to the board. So I'm gonna fill this out, as soon as possible, because if not, it's gonna sit in the truck.
What's wrong with you? That's good.
And if you would want, if you wanted to get your
I will lose that. If it's something important, I won't lose it.
Why is that say
I might forget to break, so something I have to say.
Conrad Bonnie Eric congratulations music? That doesn't make sense.
Okay, it's 5:30. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, this is a meeting of the school board for the purpose of conducting the school corporation's business. It is not to be considered a public community meeting. Public comments are limited to items on the agenda. There will be a time for public participation as indicated by agenda item number 5. The board receives agenda item information and rationale for administrative recommendations for the thorough review before each meeting. Do not have any notification here that we have media present tonight. So we'll move on to our students of the month. From the Whitko Junior Senior High School, nominated by 6th grade junior high team school, high team, Rochelle Leininger, Donna Stump, Andrew Farrell, and Zachary Cherjanowski, Conrad Bontrager.
All right, he's my teacher voice tonight, guys. So Conrad, I gotta brag a little bit about this young man. So a couple things to get right to it with a straight A. If you look all the way down this report card, A plus, A plus. Oh, there's an A minus in there, you can work a little harder. Okay, A, 98, 97, A, I mean just straight. Not one missed day in the first 7 weeks of school. All I see is independence junior high student. I also want to brag on him a little bit because he came in clutch for his sixth grade group when he was asked about the monthly topic, which is responsibility this month, and last month it was respect. And morning assembly, the two 6th and 7th grade had a tie on their little sing-off in the mornings that we do on Friday. And the tiebreaker went to Conrad. He raised his hand. Our guidance counselor said, you know, I'm going to have a tiebreaker here. What is the monthly topic for our character building? And it was crickets, except for Conrad, who knew it right off the top of his head. 6th grade one. All right. So thanks to Conrad. I can't say enough about this young man. He's extraordinary, the caliber of young man that we want here in junior high. Congratulations.
For the Whitko Career Academy, nominated by Joe Allison, was Marissa Fields.
Mr. Allison, good this evening. He says about Marissa has demonstrated outstanding dedication, creativity, and technical skill in culinary arts. She consistently performs at a high level both in the classroom and lab settings, showing strong leadership qualities and passion for growth in the culinary field. One of Marissa's most notable achievements this month was her exceptional knife skills. She has shown precision, efficiency, and safety beyond expectations, setting an example for her peers. Additionally, Marissa created and developed a unique, innovative menu item, the mac and cheese waffle smash burger. This dish highlights not only her creativity, but also her ability to think like a professional chef, balancing flavor, presentation, and originality. Marissa Fields.
Next, from South Whitley Elementary School, nominated by Ashley Beck, we have Alan Miller.
All right, well, Mrs. Beck is not able to be here, and Alan is not here either, but I'll read what Mrs. Beck said about Alan. Alan is a kind and respectful student who sets a great example for his classmates every day. He works hard at everything he does and is always eager to share his ideas, either by volunteering to answer questions in class or carrying the conversation in a small group. Alan greets each day with a smile and shows fairness. He shows fairness and kindness to everyone around him. His positive attitude and willingness to help others make our classroom a better place. We are so proud to celebrate Alan as our Student of the Month at South Whitley Elementary.
Next, from Pearson Elementary School, nominated by Hannah Williams, we have Anna Collins. Thank you, and congratulations to all the students of the month. Next, we have a special presentation on the log cabin renovation by the Whitko alumni.
Thank you for having us. I'm on the Whitko High School Alumni Board. We have other board members back there you
sorry. Okay. It's not going to make noises. I think. An alumni board was formed, a Facebook page set up, and our requests for memorabilia, loaned or donated, started coming in. The first display was approximately 50 class rings. Next one, please. Since that time, many displays have been set up. The hallway showcases Larwell, Sydney, South Whitley, and the Pearson High School's memorabilia, and that's just right down here in the hallway. A wall of honor and many large pictures of our former high schools line the hallway. Inside the alumni room, you will find displays on class rings, former staff, 50-year class reunion displays, sports, FFA, art, and much more. A GoFundMe was started by the alumni to replace the log cabin roof, which was badly needed. As of this October, that roof is now complete. An auction dinner was held during the fall of 2024, and that money has helped the alumni to have yearbooks scanned and placed online for all to see. Check out whitco.org under the community to find this link. This is an ongoing project, and we are now working on old Larwell High School yearbooks. We've gotten all the high school books done that we can. We have to not be totally current this year because we have to give them time to still sell extra copies. So we're waiting on the rest of those. History of the log cabin. In 1976, Whitko teacher Luke Hunt started the Log Cabin Project, which was to commemorate the United States' 200th birthday. The school corporation, staff, students, and many community members were a part of this project. And the entire project took 9 months and 11 days. And we do have a lot of pictures on that. We will be displaying those, and we have some tools and just a lot of good stuff on the log cabin. In the past, the log cabin has been used for science classes. Mr. Hunt took his classes out there. Fourth grade Indiana history, I'm told, had something to do with the log cabin. And in the recent past, we've had maple syrup demonstrations by Rick Bollinger. Recent renovations on September 15th, Northeastern REMC, and with the contact employee of Christy Mae Fend, who was the class of 2002. She helped us get that going. They did large tree removals and trimming around the log cabin, the really high up limbs. They helped us with that. We also had, for all the people working out there for that month of September, CS Portables, and our contact person with them was Stephanie Camden Spangle. She's the class of 2011. They donated that for our use. We thank them. Recent renovations again. We had the paver sidewalk. It was sprayed, edged, excess removed, power washed, and that was Carrie Kent Coble and Kendall Bollinger, who is a student at Whitko High School. On September 23rd, we had volunteers from Zimmer Biomet, Ortho Pediatrics, and Turf and Task. A big group. I don't have all their names listed, but it was on Facebook and other pages. They did stump removal, trimmed trees, split logs, removed shingles, and seeded some grassy areas. October 1st, our roofing by Eicher's Roofing and Remodeling, they completed it. They put on the new shingles, and it looks great. I just went by it today, and it's nice and shiny and bright. So going forward, for a few years now, Richard Bollinger, his family, and a crew have been hosting a maple syrup demonstration inside the cabin. The official Indiana Maple Syrup Weekend is March 7th and 8th, 2026. In the past, the alumni has contacted area eateries and maple syrup producers to bring the communities together with a maple syrup menu in their establishments. The WCA Culinary has also participated with mouth-watering delights. Please email us at whitco.alumni@whitco.org if you would like to participate in this community event. A 50-year anniversary event is being planned for 2026 for the log cabin. A committee is needed. Please consider helping to make this event a success. We still have some needs. We do need a committee for that 50-year event. We're hoping some staff, some community members will help us. We want to have a big array of something going on, whether it's eating pioneer style, whether it's having craft items from the old shingles, making something, maybe artwork on the log cabin. We're hoping to find the time capsule, which seems to be really hidden. So we're hoping to have that and maybe start a new one. And so we really do need some help with that. So you can help as little or as much as you like. And we do have some repairs. Some of those logs are cracked. We don't want to do it just like, I would just caulk it with something and go with that. But we want to do it professionally. But we need to find someone who knows how to do that so we can preserve that cabin for future years. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Before we move on to the regular part of the meeting, anyone that was a student of the month, if you would like to leave now, you can be dismissed, or you're welcome to stay for the meeting. Okay, we're now looking at 3.0, which is the principals and directors reports. First up, we have Liz Readers with Pearson Elementary School.
Hi guys, happy Monday. Welcome back from fall break. Pearson is busy this week. We have formally invited each of you to our first annual costume parade. That's your little red envelope. Our students would love to have you there. I have a little station for you. If you would like to join us, just let me know. On October 31st, that will be taking place. We will also be holding our first quarter's award ceremony on October 27th, where we can highlight some of the great things that our students are achieving, both academically and personally through social emotional pieces. And then we are really excited. I know this is in November, but November 6th, Pearson and South Whitley both are welcoming in an author. Her name is Robin Smith Van Frankenhuizen. She writes books about animals that her and her husband have rehabilitated. So we're really excited to invite her in during the day. She'll speak with students. And then Pearson will be hosting a family night that night on November 6th at 6 p.m. where the community is welcome to join us and kind of hear. She'll have a little bit of a different presentation in the afternoon. That way the students who have heard it during the day can hear a little something different in the afternoon with their families. Other than that, we just have been enjoying being together after fall break. I know that there were lots of students who just had smiles plastered all over their faces, happy to be back in the structure and back with their teachers. So we look forward to potentially seeing you at Pearson in some of the upcoming events. And every day is a great day to be a Cub. Do you guys have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, from South Whitley Elementary, we have Joel Holsopple.
So our teachers began administering iLearn checkpoint number 1 today. That's when the window opened. And this is a small portion of the larger summative assessment students in grades 3 through 5 will take in April. There are tests in both ELA and math. We are excited to use the data to make decisions to improve the learning outcomes for our students. Teachers are beginning to set goals this week aligned to the 3 domains of the evaluation rubric. Teachers will choose 2 goals that align with either purposeful planning, effective instruction, or teacher leadership. I want to publicly thank all of our substitute teachers that step into our building and classrooms. They are such a very important part of keeping our school safe and continuing the learning while the teachers are out of the classrooms. And I also want to thank Sugar Creek Meat and Treats for helping us provide ice cream to students who demonstrated excellent behavior and were winners of our weekly raffle. So they partnered with us, and we were able to take, I think, about 20 kids up for some soft serve ice cream. So, questions for me?
Thank
Thank you. It is nearly immediate, I think. Isn't that right, Dr. Carroll? For these checkpoints, it's nearly immediate, so then we can start using it, which makes it really neat. You know, for the summative, it seems like it takes longer than we'd like. So, and it's good data. Thank you.
Next from the Whitko Career Academy of Chris Benedict.
Good evening. Our ag department has been, under Alicia Hamill's direction, has been very busy here the first part of the school year. She has reorganized all of our lab areas, the greenhouse, the barn, the ag mechanic shop. She has worked extremely hard to get that going. Our students are out there busy every single day in the morning and afternoon sessions. They're loving the fact that they're doing some hands-on experience type things in all of those lab areas. In October, they just recently hosted our sheep and goat show here at WCA. On the 30th, they will go to the National FFA Convention where our national resource team will compete. And then they also are excited and want to thank Clint Jenkins from Case IH that will be providing a tractor for us delivered in the spring. So they're excited about that opportunity as well. Our early childhood kids, those students have passed all of their certifications in order to be, and their training required to be in the infield placement here at Whitko Little Cats. So they are doing their infield experiences right there, providing hands-on experiences in the classroom with our Little Cat students as well. WCA has hosted the Upper Wabash Valley Superintendent Study Council on October 8th. We're able to kind of share our story of how we became District 51 and share our journey with that, and also provide a tour to all of those superintendents. And again, people are continuing to be amazed by what we have here and what we offer at our school. So excited about that opportunity we had. We will have Columbia City's freshman students will be coming on October 23rd, the day we're doing PSAT. They will take their tours in the morning to hopefully get signed up for classes that next year for any CTE programs that we offer that they do not. Our medical health science group will be going to host a fall conference in Indianapolis on October 24th, and then they will have a lot of different learning booths that they'll be part of, as well as hopefully getting them ready for the state competition that they will also attend in the spring. And then finally, Sandy Benedict, along with Taylor Besgrove, are leading our student venture group again, entrepreneurship activities that's held at Grace College last year. Those kids presented their business plans, then they went over and some of them got to sell items on that particular night, and we had 2 girls get a $500 scholarship out of that. So they're excited about having that program go again this year. So any questions? Awesome. Thank you.
The Whitko Junior High, we have J.D. Maurer.
Good evening. We've got great kids at Whitko. So this morning it was really cool to walk in and see smiling faces and high fives. Our kids knew right where to go for morning assembly. They sat in their same spot, and I had a staff member come up to me and said, "Aren't they a little bit rowdy?" And I said, "Not at all. I see a lot of smiles. I see a lot of laughter. I see a lot of kids looking forward to coming back." Today we had a great day, and again, so proud of these kids. Not one detention, not one removal from class, not one suspension on the first full week back from school. That's the first time since I've been at Whitko in my, I don't know when I'm at, 5-6 years collectively, where as an administrator I've seen that. And that speaks to our culture and what we're building here at the junior senior high school as well. So I wanted to make mention of that. To build off of what Mr. Holsample said, our I Learn checkpoints, with the way we've structured it in junior high, we'll have ELA to start, and ELA will start tomorrow in junior high, and then we'll come back the week of November 4th and we'll hit math. So we have procedures in place for that, so for staff and students to be successful for those checkpoints. We had a special guest in the building today for our 8th period advisory. We had Lindsay Grossnickel. She's our juvenile prosecutor. the idea of having her come in and all guest speakers come in during advisory is to give some of these character and integrity building pieces. And we wanted to give students today the why piece behind our cell phone policy and what can happen as far as the implications of inappropriate use of cell phones and technology, specifically regarding things like images, videos, memes, threats, and bullying, and give kids an opportunity to really discuss that with the head honcho, so to speak, the person who makes those legal decisions, not just from a school perspective, but when some of these things happen from that outside. And we had, I lost count after about 20 questions. So the kids were involved and they were engaged, and we did have some good takeaways from that. A little bit of joy in education, trying to bring back a Halloween dance. Talked to Mr. Singray about it. I've talked to Mr. Benedict about where we're going to host this. We've all worked together at this. I think that's coming together, and I appreciate everybody working with me on that. But we're looking at possibly November 7th at having an actual Halloween dance out here at the Career Academy for junior high. I think it's important that kids leave for the day and come back and actually have a dance that they can prepare to and come back to and dress up and have fun. We'll be supervised, I'll be there, but they're going to have a lot of fun, and I just wanted to make mention of that today, that one of those pillars for junior high was joy in practice and joy in education. We're getting the learning done, but we're also going to have fun while we're doing it. So, questions for me?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Next from the Whitko Senior High, we have Kathy Longenball.
Good evening. One of the great things that we did before fall break is we had parent-teacher conferences. And in the past, those parent-teacher conferences have normally been in the teacher's classroom. And I asked JD if it was okay if we tried something different. And so what we did this year is we put all of the teachers into the main gym. And so we had junior high on one side and high school on the other side. And so one was in red tablecloths, one was in blue tablecloths, and so you could come in and you could see all of the teachers. Every parent got a progress report. They could look at all of their teachers, and if someone was available, they could sit down and talk with the teachers. And one of the things that I had the high school teachers do was keep track of how many parents they talked with, and the high school talked with 261 parents that night. I also asked all of the high school teachers to invite 5 parents personally. They didn't have to be just kids that were failing. If you had a concern, if you saw a grade slip. And so what was very exciting is we also kept track of those, and we had a large percentage of the parents that we personally invited show up that night. And so I see that as a great success, and a lot of people like the way that we did that. This week is very busy for us. Z2B Gardens tomorrow is delivering 100 pumpkins, and our 8th period teachers are going to have their classes go down, grab some pumpkins, and there are different categories that the 8th period can come together and decorate those pumpkins. And then on the 31st during the school day, we'll be having Rise and Roll donuts, dressing in flannels and jeans, having these pumpkins decorated, and do a contest at lunch with contest winners, so that should be exciting. And then PSAT Day is coming up this Thursday, so we are hopefully very well prepared on our end for our students to take that test. Today we made sure that all of those apps were on their computers. On Wednesday we get in, we sign in, we make sure everybody's ready to go. And then Thursday, our 9th graders are out at the Career Academy from 8 to 11. Our 12th graders are out of the building. They are either going to do a job shadow or a college visit, and then our 10th and 11th graders will be testing that all morning that morning. And so we're excited that we have small groups, we have teachers that they know, and we're hoping the way that we design this Thursday is going to increase those PSAT scores for us. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, with the athletic director, we have Barry Singray.
Good evening. Fall sports are wrapping up. Varsity football is our last fall team still in action. They'll travel to Eastside High School this Friday, the 24th, for the first round of sectionals. We sent out game and ticket info to parents and staff members. Winter sports are underway. Girls wrestling and girls basketball both had their first practices today. And right now we're just working on preparing for the last few things for the winter season. So just completing our season check-ins with all our opponents, updating compliance for athletes, and preparing for our upcoming home events. Starting off here pretty soon. November 1st, we'll have our first girls basketball, actually their scrimmage, at Whitko Junior Senior High School. And then on the 8th, we have our second annual Lady Wildcats Wrestling Invitational. So a couple big events coming up. Other items we're working on is just scheduling our winter senior recognition nights and our youth recognition nights, and we'll get all those dates sent out as soon as possible. Feeder program updates. Boys youth basketball is already underway. Girls youth basketball will begin November 1st, and that information was starting to be sent out today for the girls youth basketball. Facility updates. Our main gym scoreboard project got bumped back a week, so I knew that was coming, but we didn't know it was coming until they actually called us. So the installer had to bump back a little bit. Still plans on being done before November 1st, but we lost a little bit of time to practice with the new scoreboard. So we'll probably have a couple late nights getting used to running that before the girls scrimmage, but hopefully that stays on the new schedule they gave me, and we're able to get that project completed before the scrimmage. And then lastly, as you look back on a season, just how many people it takes to run all of our events, all our ticket takers and concessions workers and volunteers. Just want to thank all those involved, and over break I reached out to a few who go above and beyond. So just really appreciate all they do. It takes a lot of people to run all our events. So that's all I have.
Thank you. We have Director of Operations, Rhonda Snavely.
Good evening. Starting in transportation, we've just had some continuous changes with drivers. We've had a full-time driver that has dropped down to part-time, and then we've had some changes in our academy shuttle drivers as well. Fortunately, we have a new driver, Jenny Brubaker. She tested the week before fall break, I believe, and passed, and she's been able to step in and take over those empty spots, and she's doing a great job. We have a couple drivers that are ready to take the next step to start training, and so hopefully Robin and I can step in and start that training on them and bring some more drivers in. One of our 2024 bus purchases came in the week before fall break. Over fall break, the state trooper was in to inspect that along with 3 of our 12-year buses. So once we finish the last minute details as far as the radio installation and stuff like that, we'll get that assigned to a driver and on the road. For the maintenance side, we had a busy week over fall break. FlowTech was in to repair the concession stand at the football field here. At this campus. They want to use it for some of the ag activities, and then hopefully we can use it for cross-country and some of the other sports that may want to meet out here and do some stuff. Shamball was in to install the sprinkler heads in the paint booth in the building trades room, and that was a suggestion from the fire marshal. So we were happy to get that done. New Era is working on quotes to upgrade the sound system in the auditorium at the high school, junior senior high school, as well as a quote to replace our fire alarm system. I didn't know it, but apparently they age out, and ours is aging out, so we'll get that hopefully soon. D-Wing project over fall break, they were in to put a final finish on the terrazzo. It looks great. There's still a few spots that I think need a little more attention, so we'll follow up on that. We had 398 chairs that were recalled for the rivets, so they made that switch over fall break as well. And Joe's been working this week to drain the chillers and start up the boilers, so we're ready to go for winter. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Director of Special Services, Carrie Walmer.
Good evening. We're excited to take a group of district leaders to the Behavior Solutions Workshop in Grand Rapids next month. That's going to be a professional learning experience designed to help enhance our behavior support through the MTSS framework, so we're really excited about that opportunity. Our Part B grant was completed and submitted for the fiscal year 26. That will bring in just shy of $300,000 that goes back into personnel and staffing. As far as going forward, we're really looking at making sure our data is validated with what's in the new system for special ed programs, because that is where all of our funding is going to pull from. So we're making sure that everything is accurately reported so that not only our data and accountability is right, but we also get back the funding for students. You have any questions?
Thank you.
Next, we have Sierra Arnett with Whitko Little Cats.
So we had our professional development day. We went to a Minds in Motion training. All of our staff went. I really actually enjoyed it. I think a lot of our staff did. We're using that a little more in our classrooms now, just to kind of get the wiggles out. We're seeing, hopefully, to see some of those improvements in our classrooms. We've been doing the Haggerty. I know I've talked about that a few times, but I'm excited that we've started it, and I've actually seen in just 3 days of implementing it, like my son even came home and was breaking apart a word at dinner, and I was like, wait a minute. So I videoed it, sent it to the teachers, so they're getting that positive, like, hey, it's working already, and I'm super excited for that, not just for my own kid, but for all of our kids that are starting to pick that up. I know Chris mentioned that we have the early education students over there. They're Tuesday through Friday, and our young kids are enjoying having the extra hands to just play and learn different things. They actually get to go on our field trip with us tomorrow, some of them, so that way they can kind of see what that's like outside. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, from curriculum, we have Dr. Jamie Carroll.
Good evening. To start off, I want to answer your question about the checkpoints. We should have results within 24 to 48 hours after they complete it, but a change in the results this year. In the past, on the checkpoints, they were only given 2 standards, like a breakdown of 2 standards. This time there will be individual reports for every single child based on all the standards that they were assessed, because it's an adaptive test. So we should know within 24 to 48 hours. So a couple other things I just wanted to share, that I wrapped up the Title II and Title IV grants, so we're waiting for approval. And we are in preparation for November 3rd, our next professional development learning day. A couple of topics that day, we will continue some curriculum mapping. We will be looking at updating kindergarten through 5th grade report cards to make sure they align with new curriculum maps that are being created. And it's an opportunity for CPI, which is crisis prevention training, intervention training, to happen that day as well as a refresher course for staff. A couple other things I wanted to make sure I shared is we're starting to put together a science committee to look at science curriculum. So something we're going to work on throughout the year. Hopefully we can have a couple different companies come in, share their curriculums with us. We can do some piloting and then make some decisions moving into next year. And I think the last thing I wanted to share is that the administrative team has worked together to finalize a walkthrough form that administrators will be using as they go into classrooms and watch instruction. So it's just another piece of data that's collected with the pivot program I talked about last month. So, any questions?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Next, from technology, we have Matt Buchanan.
Good evening. We have booked in our first cost savings with a negotiation with Power School, and we've saved $7,075 over the next 5 years. So we plan to do more of that kind of negotiation with other services that are provided to IT. The IDOE state reports, that has been successfully completed and submitted, and our enrollment this year is 1,065 for the first count date. The next count date will be in February. Still driving efficiencies into the way that we're working and doing things in IT. Right now, we're working with all the different forms we have to make sure that when somebody comes in and comes out of the district, that we can make as few changes as possible so that they're ramped up to speed as quickly as possible. An example of that is, leading into the next one here, is we've just updated the switches in this building. And then we've also did some checks with our servers we do on a quarterly basis. But we discovered that after we've done the updates with our servers that our doors don't work in some buildings, or don't work as well. So we need a checklist. If we're touching the servers, here are the things we check, and in this order to make sure we're complete in what we do. Anything I can answer? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to 4.0, donations and grant update. Superintendent?
Yep. We would like to thank Whitley County Agriculture Museum and 4-H Learning Center, who donated $500 to our Whitko's FFA chapter. And thank you to Fox Products for donating $500 to the Whitko football team.
Okay, thank you. We have no signups for public comment regarding agenda items at this time, so I'll move on to section 6.0. So we'll be voting on the entirety of section 6. This includes the September 2nd special session, September 17th public hearing and work session, September 22nd public hearing and regular meeting, as well as payroll claims for September 26th and October 10th and 24th, claims for October 10th, voided checks and monthly transfers, and then also financial reports, the revenue report, appropriations report, fund report, and financial report. We also have extracurricular reports for Pierceton, South Whitley, and the junior senior high school. And then there's a list of personnel additions and changes as well. May I have a motion to approve 6.0 in its entirety?
I move that we accept the business reports and consent agenda as presented.
A second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Are there any discussions? Seeing none, we'll proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The motion passes. As we move into 7.0 new business, I do need to ask the board, it is recommended that an additional item be placed on the agenda tonight, the bus driver contract for Jenny Brubaker. May I have a motion to add this item?
I move we accept the additional item, which is the contract for Jenny Brubaker, to be placed on the agenda.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. So now that we've added it to the agenda, may I have a motion that would to recommend the board approves the bus driver contract for Jenny Brubaker? May I have a motion?
I move that we approve the bus driver contract for Jenny Brubaker.
I second it.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? We will proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. 7.1 is the approval of resolution 01-10-20-2025 to adopt the 2026 school budget. May I have a motion to approve?
I move we approve Resolution 01-10-20-2025 to adopt the 2026 school budget.
A second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? We will proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. 7.2 is the approval of the 2026 capital project plan resolution. May I have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the 2026 capital project plan resolution.
I second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? We will proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. 7.3 is the approval of the 2026 bus replacement plan resolution. May I have a motion to approve?
I move that we approve the 2026 bus replacement plan resolution.
I second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion?
I have a question. We still haven't received the bus that we paid for before, and we have to order another one.
It's so we get on the waiting list.
We'll be on a waiting list. And then when will we get that bus? Is there any?
Only God knows.
Okay.
I have been told recently that the buses that are being ordered now are about 13 months out, which is a lot sooner than what we've got them in the past.
Okay.
And you did receive a bus a couple weeks ago, is that right?
We did, and we have another one that we should be getting within the next probably 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay.
That's good news. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Makes me feel a lot better.
Is there any other discussion? Okay, we will proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. 7.4 is the resolution to transfer amounts from the education fund to the operation fund on a recurring basis. May I have a motion to approve?
I move we transfer amounts from the education fund to the operations fund on a recurring basis.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? We proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? The motion passes. 7.5 is the approval of the North Manchester First Church of the Brethren congregation's members' request to use Whitko school buses for the Way of Christ retreat weekends in Epworth Forest, North Manchester. The church pays for bus drivers Brock and Gwen Ostrom, and Barbette Walther has also provided proof of liability insurance. May I have a motion to approve?
First of all, Epworth Forest is in North Webster.
That's what I thought. Okay. I didn't know there was another one, but you're right.
I'd make a motion that we approve the North Manchester First Church of the Brethren to use our bus, as they are paying the bus drivers, and they also have provided proof of liability insurance.
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, we will now proceed to vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye and raising your right hand.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion passes. We have no field trips this month, so we will go on to old business. There's no old business. 9.0 is miscellaneous items from the superintendent.
All right. I just want to take the moment to welcome Joe Jackson to our administrative team as Director of Operations. For those of you who haven't pieced it together, Rhonda will be Director of Transportation, and Joe now will take over Director of Operations. Those are both big jobs. So we just want to say thank you to Rhonda for managing both roles with grace and dedication, especially while navigating the challenges of the new junior high wing and overseeing the entire transportation department at the same time. Transportation alone is no easy task, so we are grateful for her continued excellence, and we welcome Joe to our team. As we wrap up the fall sports season, I just want our coaches and athletes to know how proud we are of them. They've worked hard. You've represented Whitko with pride, wearing the red, white, and blue. The same goes for our marching band, who are headed to semi-state very shortly, so best of luck to them. And a heartfelt thank you as well to the families and community members who have come out week after week to cheer on our teams. I generally see new faces, the same repeaters coming, whether we're winning or losing. It's much appreciated that our community is definitely invested in our students. So I thank you for that, and your encouragement does make a difference. That's all I have.
Okay. Public comments on non-agenda items. We have no one signed up for those type of comments. So we will move down to 11 miscellaneous school board items. The next work session is Wednesday, November 5th in the Academy Tap Room at 5:30. And the next regular meeting is Monday, November 17th in this room at 5:30. At this time, would I entertain a motion to adjourn?
I second it.
It's been probably moved and seconded. Is there any other discussion? We will now proceed to vote. All those in favor of adjournment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
We can't just do a search to see who has applied. That's not something we can do. We have to go through coaches and just pulling out. Okay. We've not had anything that's he makes these statements. Right.
Yeah, there's some here just for you.